Hey guys, Sasha from netbooknews.com, and I'm finally doing my very first unboxing. No, actually it's the second unboxing of an Ultrabook. I've been unboxing the Lenovo IdeaPad U300S a couple of days ago. That's the so-called Zenbook from ASUS, and that's the UX21, which is an 11.6-inch device, and we've got the Core i7 2677M version. That means it's a dual-core 1.8 GHz with a turbo mode up to 2.9 GHz. Let's take a quick look at all these accessories here. That's USB to Ethernet, quite interesting. And that's this mini VGA. I'm always mixing these things up, I tell you that. At least it's for a VGA output. Well, we're going to take a look at this as soon as we're getting to the Ultrabook. A super nice and slim PSU that actually reminds me of all the ePads. And I would never guess that this was for an Ultrabook. Here's the device itself, and underneath, yay for sleeves. Fantastic ASUS. By the way, warranty, little setup cards. I think we don't need to take a look at this. This is an absolutely gorgeous sleeve. I love it. Looks nice. This is leather over here. I mean, it doesn't cost a fortune to build these things, and I definitely like this. Okay, here we go. So as I told you, Core i7, it has 4 GB of RAM, and I think there was a 256 GB SanDisk SSD in here. Let's take a quick look around the system. But first of all, what you will notice is how amazingly thin it is. It's 3 mm in the front and 9 mm in the back. So this is really absolutely gorgeous. And it's a nice aluminum. And as you can see, these kind of brushed aluminum with a circle design is something that they're also using for their ePad Transformer Prime. Okay, let's start it over here. Over here we have the connector for the PSU, and there's a USB 3.0, and here we go. This is a mini HDMI, which finally proves that this HDMI to VGA cable would exactly go in there. We have a little status LED that actually tells you that this device is in standby right now. On the other side, we have a jack for your headset, and there's a USB 2.0, and by the way, screw that, what I told you about this mini HDMI. That's the mini VGA or micro VGA, and that's definitely the connector for this cable over here. On the bottom we have, of course, a sealed battery, still brushed aluminum, so this feels very solid. What about the weight? I think it's 1.1 kilograms, a little bit more than 1.1 kilograms. And what you just noticed is the so-called instant on. So if it's in standby, you're opening it again, like in a second it's there, and I really like this. Very decent chiclet keyboard, and I mean, look at this, how much pressure I'm putting on the keyboard, and it's really hard to make it bend. I love the feedback from the keys, the way they feel, the surface of it. It's all like metallic. We have the huge and wide trackpad with integrated mouse buttons, and they again delivering a very decent feedback. Plus it also comes with Bang & Olufsen ICE power speakers, whatever that means. Don't expect a hi-fi like stereo sound, but it's still gonna be pretty cool. What about the display? This is an 11.6 inch, it's glossy, has a resolution of 1366 by 768. Maybe we can also check out the viewing angles. You can see that. And here we go. That looks pretty decent, doesn't it? It comes with Windows 7 Home Premium. Well, that would be my guess, I tell you that, because we've been also having a couple of Ultimate Windows 7 Ultimate devices, and it's always kind of hard for me to get used to the Chinese keyboard. So it says Windows 7 It's definitely a 64-bit version. Well, I know for sure it's getting shipped with Windows 7 Home Premium, and that's what you can see over here. Let's take a quick look at the speed of the SSD. Let me just, I guess that was a standby, sorry about that. Let's get it out of a standby. Again, that's only a second, but let's do a reboot. And let's completely get it down. Jesus, my Chinese sucks, I tell you that. Is this the reboot here? Maybe it is. That's the reboot. Okay, let's check out how long this takes. Well, what about pricing? There was already a Core i3 version. You can get Core i5, which I would definitely recommend to get at least a Core i5. And it starts around $1,000 US. So I've kind of missed this, but I'm pretty sure that we can boot onto the desktop in about 15 seconds. Or not. Here we go, come on. Well, that's definitely a little bit more than 15 seconds. I would guess like 30 seconds. And you know, I've been always putting these devices into standby, and you've seen this kind of instant on is pretty decent. But let me show you a little comparison, because we have some more devices over here. That's a Sony Vaio Z12 from 2010. That's a Sony Vaio Z from 2011. And over here we have a Lenovo IdeaPad U300S. And let's compare them just to this UX21. Look at this. That's definitely a huge difference in terms of the size and how thin it is. And also, it is very light. It has almost the same weight as the Sony Vaio Z over here, which is a 13-inch one. So it's a really cool device. I think the price is pretty good. And we can also tell you that there's a rumor going around that ASUS is actually going to deliver a version not only with a new Ivy bridge that should be available in the second half of 2012, but also with a 1080p resolution on 11.6 inch, so 1920 by 1080. That's going to be a really high density screen. That's the new ASUS UX21 Zenbook. I'm Sasha from netbooknews.com. Thanks for watching.